What's up? I'm Zach Zender, and we are on day 5 of the 21 Days of Prayer Challenge. You can find all the information at prayingchallenge.com. Question we want to tackle today: how did Jesus pray? There's nobody better to learn from than Jesus. And so we're going to talk about that in just a second. Hey, it's only day 5, so invite some friends to join you. They can go to prayingchallenge.com or subscribe to our YouTube Red Letter Living channel, and we would love to lock in with you for the rest of the 21 Days of Prayer Challenge. So think about this. If there was ever somebody that that I think maybe didn't need to pray, it probably was Jesus, right? In Mark 1 verse 35, there is a series of things that have just happened the day before for Jesus, super busy, going thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. And after I'm really busy and hurried like that, I would sleep in the next day. But look at what it says in Mark chapter 1 verse 35. It says, very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. I think that's incredible that Jesus prioritized prayer. In fact, when you look through the 4 Gospels, you'll notice more than 50 times that Jesus was praying. He was praying alone, praying in public. He prayed early in the morning. He prayed in the evening. He prayed before meals. He prayed before essential decisions and prayer, even right leading up to difficult moments in his life. You get the sense that he communicated with God everywhere that he went, and the Holy Spirit was with him. And so by looking at his example, we see that Jesus made prayer a priority. My question for you is prayer a priority for you? I hope that these 21 Days of Prayer Challenge, you're making it a priority. That's what I'm hoping to do. I want to make it more of a priority. But is it the priority? I love this. Greg McKeown wrote a book called Essentialism, and he mentions this about this word priority. He says the word priority came into the English language in the 1400s, and it was singular. It meant the very first or prior thing. Somewhere along the way, we pluralized this term, and now you'll hear people or companies like priority 1 is this, priority 2 is this, priority 3 is this. But when we have many things as the priority, it actually means that nothing is. And prayer was the priority for Jesus. It was the thing that he did. Is it for you? Well, let me ask this challenging, probing question to maybe help discern it. Take a look back at the last 10 days prior to the 21 Days of Prayer Challenge. If God answered every prayer request that you gave to him, what would be different in the world today? That's a really convicting and challenging question for me, because I do pray, but I wonder if the things that I'm praying for, I don't know that the world would be that different, right? If God said yes to everything, what would be different in the world? My prayer request that I would have answered would be my kids would do well in school, my wife would have a good week, I would maybe get a couple of things done, maybe a new person or 2 would come to church, and a couple people would be healed of their sicknesses, and all of that's really good. Oh, and by the way, maybe the Cleveland Browns might actually win. Do I pray for that? Anyway, I'm not going to tell you that. But how about you? If you genuinely believe, here's the reality. If you genuinely believe in the power of prayer, you too would prioritize it just like Jesus. But the great news for you and for me is that no matter how we've failed in our prayer habits in the past, we have an excellent opportunity to start anew today. The Bible verse from yesterday, Hebrews 4:16, right, says we can still approach the throne room with confidence, and we can thank God right here, right now, not only for his grace, but we can get that wisdom because we have a God that when we call out to him, he speaks, he guides, he directs. He is with you and with me. So that is your devotion for today. All right, what is the prayer challenge today? I want you to do exactly what I asked you. I want you to look back in the last 10 days prior to the 21 Days of Prayer Challenge, and I want you to answer this question. What would be different in the world if God said yes to all of your requests? And do you really believe in the power of prayer after you look at that list? You can post some of those in the comments below if you'd like. Also put any prayer requests that you have. And then our prayer prompt for today is I want you to pray for your pastor or the pastors that lead your church. As a pastor, thank you so much for praying for pastors. We need it. You need it, I need it, we need it, but thank you for those prayers as we continue to lead your church. All right, so that's it. That's day 5. We're going to be back for day 6 tomorrow. Make sure you don't miss it by subscribing to the YouTube channel Red Letter Living, and you can find all of the information and the guide with more of the devotion and scriptures at prayingchallenge.com. God bless you.